Hey friends, it's Wendy Moore and I am coming to you this morning to talk about cleaning your brushes for your cosmetics. And this one looks pretty good, doesn't it? But I started putting on my makeup this morning and I noticed that on my cheek area where I apply my bronzer and my blush that I had some breakout. And that usually is a signal that my brush has gotten an accumulation of too much makeup and dry skin cells, and now I'm transferring that back onto my face, and that's not what we want. And sometimes as a frugal person, you might think, well, if it's already got it in there, if I don't clean it out, I'll get more use out of it. But it actually has a negative effect on our face, and so I don't suggest doing that. So I wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to clean up your brushes. I started with Young Living's silicone branded matte here, and on that I put just about a dime size of our bath and shower gel, and I added to that a little bit of our Thieves household cleaner. And yes, Young Living has a brush cleaner, but as I said, I'm frugal, so I use what I have on hand, and I found that this works really well for me. So let's get started. We're taking my blush brush, and I'm just going to start in a circular motion. This is going to run all over on me. Just starting to get the product worked into it so it can clean it, and I'm just going to keep going around. And this is what I use with my crowned all over, and I like to use the blush that is I Do Believe You're Blushing. And you can start to see that there's some transference here in the sink. You can see it's starting to pick up a little bit of brown. Let me just keep going around here because it's going to get into those bristles just by going around. We're not putting a lot of stress on our brush. We're trying to keep it with its original shape, and so that we can continue to get lots of years of use out of it. So I'm going up on the sides a little bit, and you can see the color starting to come onto my mat, and that's everything that's stored in my brush. Oops, sorry, the video got away from me. Okay, so now that we've got a lot in there, I'm going to take this and it's a round brush, so I'm going to go all the way around. If it'll stay in place, it doesn't want to. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part. I'm going to put the camera down and see if you can still see this. I don't think so. I have to hold it. All right, so I want to maintain the shape of this brush. I don't want it to get, oh, there, you see all that makeup that's coming out? Yuck. All right, let's go ahead and rinse. So I just turn on the water gently, and I'm going to start just keeping the shape of the brush, but pushing that water out, getting the dirty stuff out of my brush, and getting the brush hopefully to run clean. Yeah, all of that was in my brush, going onto my face and causing it to break out. It doesn't take but a couple of minutes to do this, especially if you're not trying to do it and hold the camera and keep it from getting into the sink under running water. All right, so this looks like it's running pretty clear. I'm going to go ahead and release the water. We would want to clean our mat afterwards, and with that I would just use my spray Thieves that's already diluted. We're going to go back in here and just make sure that this is running clear. I would say it's 99% clear. There's just a tiny little bit, but notice I'm just keeping the shape of that brush and squeezing the excess. I'm trying to do it gently but firmly, and that's the shape of my brush. When I'm done, we're going to take this brush, shake out a little bit of the excess, and then we're going to go and take it over here to our drying rack, which is just an acrylic holder where my brushes live anyway, but do it upside down. And I'm just going to pull some of these bristles back in a little bit. And by the time I'm ready to use it again in the morning, it's going to be all clean and ready for me. And I will continue and repeat this with each and every one of my brushes so that my face is as hygienic as possible. I hope you enjoyed this little tip, and thank you for joining me on thewendymore.com, also to see other tips and tricks. I'll talk with you soon.